Hello guys, it's Addie here, and welcome back to another YouTube video. It's been a very long time since I have made a YouTube video, and I apologize for the 10 subscribers I have. Merry Christmas, and I'm going to show y'all how to make my deviled eggs. So, of course, you have your boiled eggs, and you gotta peel them, of course. And so you just start by cutting them in half long ways like that. Please get adult supervision for this if you're gonna try to make these, because knives are not something to mess around with. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut all of my eggs and I'll get back. All right, so now that I have all my eggs cut, I don't normally put them in a bowl, but I normally do this at my grandmother's house for like Thanksgiving. So I normally have them on a little fancy platter that she has specifically for eggs. Yeah. So you're gonna go ahead and empty the egg yolks into a separate bowl. You just press the back very gently because I have torn so many eggs doing this. You want to be very gentle with it. And once you've got all of those in there, which I will show you in a minute. See, I just tore one. I will show you in a minute. You're going to want to get a fork. So I'm going to do this and then get out a fork. All right, people, so I got my fork and I got all of my egg yolks, yummy. And so what I like to do, I either put my thumb or my pointer finger right here on the top of the fork. I like to do my thumb because it makes it more stable, and I like to angle my bowl like that, and you just press down against the bowl so you're smashing them up like that. And you do that with all of them until you do not have any more big chunks. A few small chunks, maybe like this big, wouldn't hurt anything, but you do not want any that are this big, because that can affect your mixing and how evenly distributed some of your stuff is, and sometimes it just bothers me, so yeah. I'm gonna mash all these up, and then I'll tell you all the ingredients you need. It should look like this with no big chunks. I gotta mash that one, but not a lot of big chunks. All right, the ingredients you're gonna need are gonna be mayonnaise. I use Duke's Real Mayonnaise. Some yellow mustard, any of your choice. I like to use dill relish and sweet relish. But you can just use dill relish or just sweet relish, but sweet relish will make it taste a little bit different. Well, sweeter, of course. And you're gonna need some salt and pepper. So for your mustard, I normally just measure by eye. Oops. I usually just measure by eye because I know that I like mine a lot more mustardy, I guess you can say. But I guess for measurements, you could use around 3.5 tablespoons of mustard. All right, and for mayonnaise, I almost said mustard again. I get these spoons and I do, well, by eye, I do about 2 of these because they can fill up quite a bit. And it looks like it'd be too much, but it's not, it's perfect. Also, you can lower or raise the amounts that you use depending on if you want it to be creamier or like kind of drier. But I like mine to be a little bit creamier because it just, I don't know, it just makes it taste better with the egg whites together. So for the relish, I get this, oops, I didn't show you. I get this little tiny spoon And I just do around 1 scoop of each. You don't want a lot of the juice to be in there, or of each type of relish. We use sweet and dill. You don't really want the juice to be in there because it makes it like wetter. But I really like to add a lot of relish to mine because it adds crunchiness, and I like it to be crunchy, and it adds flavor. All right, so for your salt and pepper, for salt, I just do like 1 or 2 kind of small pinches, like that, because the salt can add a lot to the flavor and you don't want it to be too salty. Kind of same with the pepper. You don't really want it to be too peppery either, but it's like you can do a good amount of pepper. Just enough like to make it look good. That's around the amount of pepper you could add. So yeah, you just mix all of that in. As you saw in the last clip, I had already kind of mixed my mustard and mayonnaise in. And then, of course, you want to do a taste test. If you're making this for other people, I would recommend swapping the, or using a different utensil or a different fork or something to taste it, but it's just me and my mom just eating these. So it doesn't really matter for me. Whoops. So yeah, you of course do want to swap the utensil. All right, so next you're gonna want to grab a spoon. I don't need this anymore, so I'm just gonna use my relish spoon. And you're gonna grab one of your egg shells, like not shells, to the white part of the egg. I'm grabbing the one that I cracked originally because you can just use the egg, yolk that you just made to seal that little crack. It will be very messy and get all over you apparently. Just gonna eat this one in a second. So yeah, I'm gonna stuff these real quick and then show y'all. All right, so for your stuffing your eggs, you're just gonna wanna put it right on top. If it smears all over the egg, who cares? It's gonna be yummy anyways, and it's just gonna go to your stomach. So you want to have quite a bit on top of it. I'll do another one, because if you have like just right there, that's a pretty good amount. Sometimes, if you don't have enough though, you can take some off the other eggs, but you don't want your egg looking like that, all flat and with a big hole where, there could be more egg yolk in it. No one's gonna enjoy that. So I'm gonna fill these and then come back and show y'all when I'm done. So this is the finished product of my eggs. There's the one that cracked. You see, you can hardly tell the difference. I mean, it's really messy, but you can hardly tell the difference. And of course, you're gonna have some leftover. So I like to just eat that because it tastes good. But yeah, I mean, those are gonna be delicious. All right, I'll see you in the next video. I'm gonna taste test this one that is getting everywhere. Bye.